So my name is James Fortson, and I recently attended one of the blogs, a blog that kind of concerned about internationality and different races and cultures of the world that would be attending Clemson University. And when I went to the vlog, I thought it was going to be kind of a waste of time, something that I would just be required to do, but it actually was very enlightening. There was stuff that I learned that I didn't even realize. And even though I didn't know anybody in the group, I believe that we really did achieve a true dialogue because um, we were easily able to show our emotions. We were able to discuss our points. We were open for any criticism. We were able to take whatever someone else said and modify on it. It was very open ended. Nobody felt awkward. Nobody felt like they were going to hurt someone's feelings if they said something. It was very natural, and it was, even though I didn't know any of the people, I got pretty close to a lot of people, and I learned a lot of stuff about people I didn't realize I did. And um, moving on to the next question, uh, were there active voices in the dialogue? I would say there were, but not a large magnitude of amount of people that were active in it. They were active in it when they gave their presentations, but they weren't able to. There weren't as many people that were speaking out, challenging stuff, unless it truly affected them. So only when we were talking about stereotypes were there a lot of active voices in the group. Everybody else was mostly just listening and listening to what the other person had to say, taking their thoughts, writing down what they said, that kind of stuff. So moving on to that, there were more reserved voices in the dialogue, with the exception of when we started talking about stereotypes, because most of the people, they were new to this kind of thing, so there were a lot of people that were being quiet. They were just kind of taking in what everybody said, and so at the beginning it did feel kind of awkward. But as we started opening it up more and got to learn more about people and got together in groups and discussed different stereotypes, it got to where there were a lot more active voices. There were a lot of people that were discussing. And then my role in the group, I was, in the beginning, I was more of a reserved voice because I wanted to listen to what everybody said. I only said something when I had to. But as time went on, I became more of an active voice because there were times where I would challenge what people said about stereotypes, especially with people that I went to school with, African Americans, Middle Easterns, Asians. There was stuff like that, and I started to take more of an active role in what was going on. And when we were in our groups coming up with stereotypes, I was kind of more of a group, kind of not necessarily group leader, but kind of making sure everybody was on track and everything. And like I said before, it was, when I first went into it, I didn't think it was going to be a big deal. I didn't think anything about it. And as I started getting into it, as I started seeing what other people thought and how other people thought of people that lived here, and how I actually was judging people based on assumptions that weren't even true, I believe it was a really useful tool here in the university, because there are a lot of international students. There are a lot of different students of different backgrounds. And it kind of gets you to understand where everybody comes from, and kind of gets you to understand that not everyone is the same as you. Not everyone has been through what you've been through. Not everyone comes from either all poor background or rich background. They're not all from the southeast. They're not. It's very diverse, and it kind of lets you understand the kind of diversity and the kind of attitudes that people display that you just thought they were being the way they were, and that's just, they're from a different country a lot of the time, so they don't really know how to act. It kind of makes you more understanding to other students. And I will say, I believe this was a very good one to attend. It kind of really hit me a lot, because some of the stuff people were saying, even though I wasn't that race, it was kind of hurtful, and I didn't realize all this was going on, and that even I was thinking a lot of this stuff. But then when you kind of speak it out loud, it kind of makes you question what you actually think. And it was really important to me because I didn't realize what I was judging people on was actually not true. Like in one of my groups, I was paired with a guy from northern New Jersey. And when I heard he was from New Jersey, I automatically assumed he was a fast talker, that he was very blunt, and he wasn't really that talkative. But as I sat down with him, it was the exact opposite was true, and it kind of really opened me up. Said, hey, maybe I don't need to be judging people just based off of either past experience or based off of what people assume people are like from different regions. Each person's different, and it's not all about where they come from, but it's more about who the person is. So yeah, adios.